Thank you for joining us at Beerfish Fanatics. And this episode is actually brought to you by Whisker Secret Tackle.
So make sure you guys go to whiskersecret.com for all your catfishing gear.
Enjoy the episode, guys. This episode is helped brought to you by our newest sponsor, Kalona Brewing Company. They're a brewery out there in Eastern Iowa. So if you're in the area, make sure to stop by Kalona and check out their brewery. Great food at the restaurant there, great beer, obviously. If you're in the Midwest, check out any Hy-Vees. I believe they carry the 6-packs, and they have different types of flavors. So you guys are going to want to, definitely try that out. And I think throughout this whole process, Fishing Kid and myself for Beerfish Fanatics, we're going to be doing some giveaways here and there. If you guys can go ahead and tag us here and there with your Kalona beer. So other than that, enjoy the episode, guys.
I wonder what Nang Po looks like on there.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting. I might have to keep this. I will record it, and the people who understand, they understand. But
yeah, if they know, they know.
If you're in the know, we're talking about VR, by the way, everybody. We'll jump into that. But all right, everybody, welcome to another episode of Beerfish Fanatics. This is Grandy with Ma Pa Fishing. We got
Kit with the Fishing Kit YouTube channel.
And today, quick shout out to our sponsor, Kalona Brewing Company. I'm doing the folk style Belgian ale quad ale. Belgian style quad. Yeah. So this one is, I don't know if I've had this one before. I don't think I have, but it's, oh, shoot. I didn't even realize. The strong ale before you weigh in at 10.7 ABV alcohol content.
Dang.
I didn't even realize that. Taking the first shots with notes of raisin, plum, and dark fruit with an underpinning of subtle chocolate. Mellow and malty with a light mouthfeel. This quadruple surprises finishing smooth. Huh.
Wow.
What do you got, guys?
I'm doing the double night vision. Their Belgian style ale double.
Ooh, man, we're going hard today.
Yeah, this one's a what was it? Oh, 7.6.
Wow.
Let me see. Their little thing is envision the rich darkness of this double with a complex aroma of dark fruit, clove, and coriander, blurring together with tasting notes of plum, cherry, chocolate, and raisin into a smooth, sweet finish.
Huh. Some same as my man, so I don't know. I know we've been getting a lot more listeners, at least from what I can see. So if you guys are new to us, or you just are starting to listen to us or watch us on YouTube or whatnot, we love to drink craft beer and try different beers out, just so you guys know. This one is going to be interesting because it's dark. I didn't even expect this one to be dark. So cheers, guy.
Dang, 10% tall boy.
I know.
Hardcore. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, wow. Holy cow. So this one, you can definitely taste the plum, the dark fruit, and then it's an aftertaste. You taste all those things all in one. It's kind of crazy, dude. I don't know if you've tried it yet. You should try it. It's kind of a lot of spices.
Looks kind of scary.
Well, I wouldn't slam it. That's for sure, man. But no, huge shout out to our sponsor, Kalona Brewing Company, giving us a couple of new beers to try out. At least I have. So yeah, if you guys are in Central Iowa or whatnot, stop by your local grocery store and pick some Kalona beer up, guys. So, but this week it's just Fishing Kit and myself. We wanted to kind of do a little bit of recap how we've been doing on the ice season, what we got planned coming up. We have some new things also, so just wanted to kind of discuss with everybody about this. And just kind of let everybody know, obviously, we still got some pretty good ice, pretty darn cold these past couple days right now. It's been below actually zero. So we're building ice, which is a good thing if you're an ice fisherman, and safe ice. Because I think it was at last weekend, and I was out and it was slushier than crap. It was shitty, man. It really kind of sucked actually when you're ice fishing, when you're pulling a sled and stuff. So I think this little cold snap will harden the slush and stuff up. But I would say the last trip that I went out ice fishing, I was targeting the catfish. I'm still struggling, man. I still have not caught a catfish through the ice. That It's been one of my, if not my biggest goal for the ice season. So I'm still striking out on that. Panfish is still doing pretty good for myself, and largemouth, man, I'm surprisingly catching more largemouth through the ice this year than open water for sure. It's weird, man. It just tends to work that way. But how are you doing, man? I know you've been out a couple times since the last time we spoke. How you been doing? What are you targeting, or what's working, what's not working for you?
Well, since the last time we got together and recorded, well, I had a stellar first day.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went back to that same spot, got skunked three days straight. Oh man, excuse me. I'm kind of getting over my illness. I'm still coughing up here and there,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm feeling a lot better. Yeah, where was I? Yeah, I went out to a new lake. I didn't really do that great. It was a new lake, but this new lake had potential. I
Mm-hmm.
caught a bunch of dinky fish, but I was looking at the stocking stuff and the fish survey data. Shout outs to the Iowa DNR. If you want to look up a new lake, see what's in there, or if you just want to target a certain fish, you can filter it to whatever you want, like species, what lakes. So if you want to look for wipers or something or walleyes, you just one of your criteria, walleye, and then bring up a list of lakes, or yeah, a list of lakes, which lake has the highest density of walleyes, and it'll rank them in order. That's kind of how I approached this one lake.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they had a good walleye and a good what's it called, catfish population.
Gotcha. No.
I struck out on the catfish, but I did catch a species I don't catch very often, a red air. You know what a red air is, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or a shell cracker, as they call it in some parts of the states. That was cool. They were like 10 inches, so that's a big
Damn.
sunfish, bluegill type of thing. If you don't know what kind of fish they are.
10 inches? Holy shit, man. That's pretty big, dude.
Yeah, for like a little sunfish.
Hell yeah. That's huge, dude. No, I'm glad you mentioned that. That is something our listen, especially if you're in central Iowa. I think actually, other states do this too. Uh, Go to your guys's DNR website, and I know for sure, like you were saying, the Iowa DNR website, it posts up pretty much what they survey all the lakes or all the ponds or whatnot, and what they've been catching, the sizes the past couple years. Like Fishing Kit says, it tells you what they stock at these specific locations. So I still see a lot of people post, whether it's on Facebook group pages, like what's in that lake, or where can I go, get catch this or target this. And like you're saying, do a little recon yourself and just go to the website. It provides all the information and more. Like you're saying, it just gives you so much data that you can go off of.
Yeah, all the data is there, and actually, that's kind of one of my game plans for this weekend.
Okay.
I just put in wiper, listed in order by lakes that have the most wipers, and I think one of the top two two or three lakes I'm gonna try hitting on Saturday.
Cool.
We'll see how it goes. I don't hear about people catching wipers out of there,
Yeah.
but I you know
You never
I want
know.
to be I want to be that first guy.
Yeah. Let me know, man. Send me that secret text message, like, or send me the picture, and then I'll know instantly that.
Yeah, and speaking of wipers, that was one of my goldfish for this winter.
Mm,
And I was out the other day and I managed catching two, and I had missed the third one, I think.
wow. How big were they? And I saw the pictures that you sent me, but how big were they? Were they pretty good?
The first one I think is my biggest one I caught through the ice, but I haven't caught one through the ice in a couple years. Well, I caught one last year.
No.
It wasn't really that memorable, so I don't think it was that big. I want to say yeah, the first one I caught earlier this week was the biggest one I've ever caught through the ice.
Mm,
And the second one was, I don't know, if I had to guess, I didn't measure. I was like trying to be super quiet because I was fishing by myself. There was a crowd,
mhm,
to my right. Everybody, there was maybe a dozen people out there. They're all kind of fishing within, excuse me, 25, 30 yards of each other. And I'm like 300 yards away from everybody, fishing
mm.
by myself. So I was trying to be kind of discreet. I just want to get them up, get the footage, take a couple pictures, put them back. I wasn't trying to mess around with measuring the fish and stuff. But
Oh,
if I had to guess, the bigger one probably pushing 5 pounds. So that's like a 22-inch fish or something. 22,
yeah,
23, maybe
nice.
24.
Wow, that's that's good size fish, man. I mean, we're obviously you're fishing outside. Then you weren't inside your hub. Then I'm assuming.
It was after work. I
Oh
just
yeah,
want to get out there. I only got an hour and a half or so.
I think those are the best bites though. Like you're saying, because you're crunched for time or sunlight and all that, and then all of a sudden you're like, you catch like you just say you catch, let's just say 5, 6 fish. It's like holy crap, you know what I mean? Because it's so short amount of time. It just feels like man, I was on fire. It's more exciting that way. I don't know. That's what I think
Yeah,
too.
it's
Sometimes.
it's 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 a crunch for sure.
Yeah, so that's cool, man. Hey, I need to get on that. I obviously haven't caught any wet. Hopefully this weekend. So fishing kit myself, or I don't know if sometimes we jinx or I jinx myself when I get a little too excited. Like, yeah, we're gonna be targeting a new spot, new lake, new species or fish, whatever. And we're gonna be targeting some stuff this weekend. So we're gonna go somewhere new, somewhere a little bit different from this Central. It's still is it? Is it
Yeah, it's
still?
Central
Yeah,
Iowa.
it's still Central Iowa, but we're trying a new spot that we never really. I've never really fished, and actually, I don't think I haven't fished there since I was camping, maybe like 20 odd years ago. So, but I know Kit's been there once in the past couple years, right? Once,
I ice fished it once last year,
yeah.
and it wasn't that great of an experience.
So that means we got to explore. We were talking offline, we were messaging. We're like, we're gonna try something a little bit different this weekend. We're gonna, or I wouldn't say different, but we're just gonna be exploring, running and gunning, and hopefully we can find a fish and see if we can find some type of a pattern, location, or something. We're gonna be, I guess we could say we're gonna be in like 2 or 3 groups. We're gonna kind of split up a little bit and see if who can get better luck, right? I guess.
Yeah, so the lake we're going to, we've got pointed in the right direction,
Yeah.
but it's kind of general, and it's up to us to find the fish. It's like, we're gonna be targeting wipers.
Yeah.
Uh,
And
I'm pretty
I mean,
sure.
just any, yeah, bass, pretty much white bass. If they have white bass there,
Yeah,
yeah. So there you go, white bass, wipers.
but
Like
well, at least that's my main target. I know they got some pretty good crappies there too, which if we don't catch the wipers, I guess I'm okay with catching crappies.
no. I'm with you on that. It's like that's going to be the second tier. if first half of the day, if no success in regards to our target species, we're at least I'm gonna come to the realization I'll catch anything. You know what I mean? Or at least the second half of the day. That's my thoughts are.
Yeah. See, the wipers are gonna be tricky, man.
I think so.
They're already tricky. I think I just got lucky with those two wipers that I caught earlier this week. I
Yeah.
talked to I talked to a few other guys. Out of 3, 4 guys, I think they only caught one fish from like all the 4 guys that I talked to.
Yeah. And this is the thing I do want to tell our listeners or viewers, if you're in an area where you can ice fish, I recommend trying different spots because I hear how people go to the same spot over and over or the same location. I'm like, sometimes it's okay to try a different body of water, also move away from the crowds. I think I see a lot of people who tend to move towards the crowds versus kind of moving away from the crowds. I think I hear a lot of people have more success when they're away from the crowds sometimes.
I think going with the crowd is kind of a safe bet, and if you see somebody catching fish, it's easy to make that choice. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
he's catching fish. If I fish within a reasonable distance from that guy, I should statistically be able to catch some fish too. But if you strike out on your own, you kind of have to do some actual recon and find them yourself. But
Yeah.
it can pay off, like how I kind of stayed away from that group earlier this week.
Yeah. So it all depends. But no, I think this year, at least through the ice season, at least so far, I just trying different spots, different bodies of water. Not really going with because previous years, me, I usually like to go with just a bunch of buddies, go together and fish, whatever the case may be. But this year's a little bit different, obviously, with COVID and everything. But then on top of that, I'm trying to find um specific target species, and then on top of that, I'm just trying to try different bodies of water. So that's all I'm
Yeah.
trying this year. I'm just trying a little bit different. Whether I'm more successful or not, I don't know. I've probably less alcohol consumption for sure so far on the ice. I really haven't drank really at all on the ice, surprisingly, which is really weird with me.
Well, for me, I don't really drink that much when I fish
Yeah.
because it's a distraction for me. If I if I'm fishing, I don't I'm there to fish. I don't want to, take a break, drink a beer. I'm there to get get my work done, catch some fish. But if I'm drinking beer, if I'm catfishing, it might be a little bit different. But if I'm casting, if I got a rod in my hand, I want to focus on that. But I think how many lakes have you hit so far this year?
Or different bodies of water. I mean, I've hit a lot
Yeah,
of ponds. Different ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 now. And then this weekend will be 7.
that's probably more than your usual, right?
Oh, hell yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
well, yeah, I would say, like I said, previous years, I would say maybe 4. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the 4 to 5 throughout the whole ice season. I
Yeah, and
would
then
hit,
we've only been ice fishing for what, 2 weeks?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm trying a little bit. I'm trying something new. And I'm enjoying it, man, because I think I'm learning these. Even though, some of them might be small bodies of water, but I'm still learning in regards to the specific body of water, whatever structure may be around it, just how the fish are reacting. So I think I'm slowly learning. And then finally, I finally figured out my damn Panoptics too. So that kind of helped a little bit too. It's freaking cool. I mean, I love it. Obviously, if I would get the live scope, I think I'd love it just as much. But yeah, it's just I think just using that and getting better at that, and just the technology, and then on top of that, I'm just becoming better, man. Just
Yeah,
learning
it's
little
it's
tidbits.
it's satisfying that you can go out on your own and catch fish.
Yeah. No, I
Like
agree.
not having to follow a bite. You just go to a new lake.
Yeah.
No one else has really been there. Go and catch fish. Just like that new lake I went to last week. Granted, I didn't really hit the goals that I wanted to at that lake.
Yeah.
I wanted to catch catfish and walleyes because I know they had a pretty good population in there. But I did end up catching one walleye. He was kind of small, and I missed a big, big fish. It was like 2 feet long, and it hit my
Jeez.
freaking jig. Yeah, that's the thing with the live scope. You got your distance reading, and
Yeah.
it's like every 2 feet or whatever. There's a marking, and this fish, it was at least 2 feet long.
Jeez. Yeah. I mean, that's the biggest thing, because the Panoptics, it just looks like a blob. You can't. I mean, you can't really. I mean, you can tell, but then you can't really tell. You know what I mean? That's the biggest difference, obviously, with that and live scope. Live scope, like shit, you're right. You can tell, like, this is 2 feet. It's 24 inches, 2 feet long. But on the Panoptic's just a kind of a blob. You can't really distinguish it. I guess you can say the size of the fish. You can kind of tell, but you can't. It's not even close. But
But I wish I had a bigger screen for my live scope. I remember when I first got it, people were saying, go with the 9 inch, go with 9 inch. You'll
yeah,
wish you had a 9 inch. And I'm like, man, 7 inches is plenty. That's plenty big. You look at it like that's pretty dang big. But the thing with live scope is, yeah, it's more detailed. But when when you're looking at a wider view angle, like
mm,
let's say you're looking let's say in the down mode, it's like you're looking 30 feet one way, 30 feet the other way. Your jig is freaking tiny.
gotcha. Darn, I should have went with the 9 inch too, because I got the 7 inch. If I ever decide to upgrade, I'm gonna be in your same boat. And everybody was telling me the same thing too. But it's all right, man. Dude. So I'm releasing a new video. Well, obviously, when we release this episode, it'll be after the video. I used the Panoptic with the kids. They loved it, dude. It was like a video game. You can see the jigs, and then the crazy thing was we have all three. We had me, so I had my 2 oldest daughters and myself, and we're all fishing at the same time using the the Panoptics. I mean, you can see all of our jigs. So it's kind of cool
Yeah.
to teach the girls like how it reacts, and that's a fish and all that stuff. So it's kind of really cool to see all three of us sitting in the same hut, and you can see on one screen, and we were just fishing. So it's kind of cool. They did really well in regards to how they're like addicted to that screen. You can see them. You'll see the video, dude. They're like, dude, they're just kind of like looking at it, and they were doing really good. They set the hooks. You'll see them. They set the hook. They caught fish. Um, they can't wait to go back out once it gets a little bit warmer. I mean, it was just too bitterly cold these past couple of days, but they're excited to go back out. So maybe if not this weekend, for sure next week sometime, I'm definitely gonna take the kids out. It was fun, man. So can't wait for that.
Yeah, actually, me and Bo, we took out his fiance last weekend, and we had the same situation. There's something going on with Bo's flasher. I think
Mm,
the connector for the battery kept popping off,
mhm.
and we ended up using my live scope. All three of us just fishing, side by side, and you can
Yeah.
see our jigs. Uh, and she got her first fish through the ice this season. She doesn't fish like at all. So I
Did she
mean,
like it though? How did she end up like? Oh, it's kind of fun, or
yeah, I think she enjoyed herself. I'm pretty sure she would have liked to catch more fish,
yeah.
but I think since it's kind of a new experience for her, I think she's only gone one other time, and that
Okay.
was last season.
Mhm.
Uh, and she caught a keeper, so
Nice.
that was pretty cool. And she needs to work on her hook sets and the bite detection a little bit, but that
Yeah.
that just comes with time on the water.
Agreed.
And
No,
and if Bo can convince her to go, I mean, that's just more time for them to spend together, if she goes fishing. So,
very true. No, you're right. Because that's the one thing I noticed about my oldest daughter, Damon. The past trip I took in her last year, they had a hard time of figuring out that the hook set and just kind of the bite detection, like you're saying. But
yeah.
I'm telling you, this year so far, like Damon, she's got that hook set down, bro. She's got that like, dude, oh, and she starts reeling it in. So I think she's getting way better. Scotty's slowly learning it too, so it's kind of cool. You're right. You just got to get them out more. There's, like I said, there's beyond stoked in regards to wanting to get on more fish. So that's the thing, listeners, watchers. If you have kids, ice fishing, I think, is always the best way to get kids introduced to fishing in a way. Number one, most of the time, if you're inside of a tent, it's just kind of like a clubhouse for them. And then number two, I think they can control the rods a little bit easier. Ice rods are shorter, obviously,
Yeah.
and they can just maneuver, and the reels are a little bit smaller, so it fits the kids' hands and everything. So I think they just like it. So it's kind of cool. So you guys get that opportunity. But talking about new or rods and all that stuff, you were talking to me. You got some new gear, guy. What you get now, man?
I picked up a couple rods from Mr. Sean over at Sake Fishing.
No, hey, what'd you get, guy?
I guess you could say that I needed new rods. I had two different kinds of rods for ice fishing. I have what I like to call a walleye rod. It's
Mhm.
a stiffer, it's a carbon rod. It's stiffer. It's more for feeling the bite and generally bigger fish.
Yep.
And then you got your power noodles, which is what I have. It's a super soft tip. You kind of watch for the bite opposed to trying to feel it with your hand.
Hmm.
And the problem with me, because for a long time I like fishing outside, and the longer rod you have, the easier it is because you don't have to bend down as far. You can stand far back from the hole and not bend over because your freaking rod's too short. So I ran with 36-inch rods, which is kind of on the long end for most people. I think 28 to 30 is what most people run, and
Hmm.
here I am with two 36-inch rods. Uh, and the problem with that I'm running into is I got a one man shack, and it is tight with 36-inch rods in there. I basically have to do T-Rex arms because I don't have enough room. I can't
Yep.
hold my arm all the way out and set the hook because I'm banging up into my freaking tent.
Yeah.
I made it work, but just having 8-inch shorter rods, that's a huge difference.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
what?
now,
So what's the length of the ones you got today? Or
28,
oh,
not super short, but
yeah.
not super long. But I think 28 is going to be a pretty good balance. I also ended up getting another walleye slash carbon rod or whatever, and another power noodle. I
Jeez.
Yeah, one of each, man. Dead stick one, Jake the other. And one of my strategies this winter, I'll touch on real quick, is I've been using plastics
Mhm.
a lot. I haven't bought any bait yet this season. I think we kind of touched on it last episode,
Yeah, a little bit.
but I'm not buying spikes. I'm not buying wax worms. I'm just using strictly plastics for my like panfish noodle rod setup.
Hmm.
And then if I could catch a fish on that, I'll cut whatever fish I catch up and use it on my jigging rod, which is for my heavier lures like spoons, jigging wraps, rattle, not is it rattle trap or
Yeah.
slab
Rattle.
wraps? Your
Slap.
hard, yeah, either your metal baits or your like bigger hard plastic baits.
Yeah.
And that's what I caught the wiper on. Guess what I caught the wiper on?
Power noodle?
No, the walleye rod on a
Oh,
spoon with
nice.
with cut white bass that I caught with the noodle rod and the plastic.
Were you dead sticking it?
Um,
Were you,
no, I was jigging. I
oh,
was
you were
jigging
jigging.
that spoon.
Jigging hard. Nah, gotcha. Man, but 28 inch is good because I have yeah, I shouldn't be knocking because I have like so many damn rods. You're right, man. I got way too many rods, more than. But you know what? I think it's working out now because I have the kids. So the kids are ice fishing with me a lot more now. So they use the rods. But yeah, I have a 24-inch, like the original power noodle from Thornton Brothers. And the
Yeah.
24-inch, I mean, it's dude, obviously it's only 2 feet long, but I'm telling you, like you're saying, when you're inside, it's so easy to set the hook and everything. So I was very happy with that for inside the tent or the hub. You're right.
Hmm.
I have a bunch of most of my other ones are 20. Yeah, you're right. They're about 30 inches, 30 to 32. Man, 36. I don't have anything close to 36. So I might have to get another rod. So 30. Do you like your 36-inch rods?
Yeah, they've been treating me good. I've been using them for basically, I want to say like 3 years now. I've had them caught a lot of fish on those two rods.
No, no.
Uh, I do have a couple Whisker Secret ice fishing rods too.
Yeah.
Those are 38.
Yep, they are. So no, that's our sponsor. I've been setting up the jaw jacker with them, and I just haven't had any luck in regards to the catfish yet. But I think they have the spinning and the casting, don't they?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have both actually.
yeah. So hopefully we
Um,
can, hopefully I can put them to use this year. I've been, or at least put them to the test. I've been setting it up. I've been trying. I just, man, I don't know what it is. I've been using cut bait. I got a freaking whole what do you call it? A bait box of minnows that we're gonna use this weekend, Kit. I got plenty.
yeah, I think what we need to do on Sunday,
Hmm.
use those extra lines. That's what I use my Whisker Secret rods for, jaw jacker,
Okay.
or I got my what's it called, bobber buddy. Use
God, yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just set extra lines out, and that'll at least increase our lines in the water, which should, in theory, increase our odds of catching fish.
Yeah. Well, I got minnows because they're still alive. I got them in my garage right now. I got the aerator and everything. They're still alive. They're like 2 weeks old. They're still
Wow.
running. Yeah. I'm like, oh, well, it's been cold, so I kind of left it out in the garage in the cold, and then I got the aerator plugged in. I'm like, they're still alive. I'm like, shit, pretty
Nice.
cool. Yeah.
I
We'll
was thinking
use.
about picking up minnows tomorrow, but if you already got minnow,
Yeah, I got like the whole 2, 3 scoops full, so we should be okay.
mm, I
But
mean,
we'll you never know, man. We don't even know if that's going to be the hot bait or not. We'll find out. Hopefully, I'm excited. Like I said, it's a new spot we're going to be targeting, new body of water. We'll split up at the beginning, maybe, and then we'll kind of see play it by ear, see who's catching or what, right?
Hopefully, I'm catching.
Thanks, man. I was gonna say, like, hopefully we're catching, man. We're a team. Jeez,
Well,
guy.
once I catch, you guys can catch too.
Yes, man. Oh man, I hope so. Though, no, I'm excited. I got the pink slip to get to go pretty much all day on Sunday. So I'm excited, man. Like I said, we got my buddy Magoo's coming out too. He has an ice fish in 2.5 years, bro. He didn't go last year. He did an ice fish last year. He has an ice fish this year, so he's excited. He's like, man, I'm pumped. He goes, I don't care. I'm going. I said, all right, be here by 4 a.m. All right.
Damn, you guys are. What time you guys leaving then? 4:30,
Most
5?
I didn't want to tell him, but I said most likely I want to leave by 5. But I told him to be here 4:30 if you can. You know what I mean? Because we got to load up and all that shit, get
Yeah, and
gas.
it's almost a 2-hour drive for us too.
Exactly. So that's why I was like, what time you guys plan on leaving, man?
I'm probably getting up by the time you guys head out. I set my alarm for 5:30.
Okay. So we're gonna try. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We'll get out there. Hopefully, we can find a fish. That's the biggest thing. Most likely, I'm gonna just follow all the trails. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of trails you can see where people are going. So
Actually, I don't know if a lot of people fish that area.
really,
That's the thing.
okay.
Because when
Well,
I went there that one time,
didn't see
there
nothing.
was there was one other guy,
Hmm.
and then my contact down there, he drove over that area. There's a bridge or something nearby. He was driving over and he snapped a picture for me. It's that picture that I sent you.
Oh,
And
was it? Oh,
there was only one guy out there.
interesting. And
And
that was on
granted,
the.
that was during the week,
Yeah, I
but
was gonna say
still.
yeah, but we'll see. We'll see how we do. Stay tuned. Watch our channel, Pop Fishing and Fishing Kit. We'll see. Hopefully, we can get some good content for y'all. We're gonna record down there, obviously, and hopefully makes the YouTube cut that we catch fish.
Oh, I hope so, man.
I hope so too. I mean, it doesn't. We're still gonna have a good time, but what makes a good, even better time is when you catch fish. All of
Yeah,
us.
that's the bonus. That's the icing on the ice fishing cake.
Exactly, man. Well, speaking of YouTube and everything, man, I kind of wanted to talk to Kit a little bit in regards to shows or channels that you've been watching on YouTube and everything. I think we obviously spoke about. I don't know if we talked about this or not, but I know we have a few local guys and smaller. I know you like to watch a lot of smaller channels and whatnot, just kind of not the huge name channels, right? Is that
Yeah,
true?
like I'm not watching like the Guggen Squad guys or
Yeah.
One Rod One Reel. Nothing against those guys, but
Yeah.
it's well, I guess Bass is the thing I have against them because that's kind of their main gig.
Let me ask you though. This is true. So a, a lot of people who, whether they're looking to start a channel or looking to or watch YouTube or just watch shows or television shows or fishing channel, is there a specific thing that you look for, like that attracts you? When I say that, when you're looking on YouTube, when you're looking at fishing channels and stuff like that, is there something that, like, man, that's cool, I can rock with that, I can watch this guy or this girl, I can watch them for all their content? Is there a specific, like, whether species, technique, or the way they record, edit, or is there, what is Fishing Kit watching and why?
Hmm. Well, first off, they got to be catching fish that I'm interested in.
Cool.
Like I said, bass guys. They're the bigger YouTube channels, but I don't watch. I'm not watching. Who's like a big bass guy that's got like 1 million subs or whatever.
1 million subs? I don't know. Is John B?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
actually,
he but
does he?
he fishes for a lot more other species now, but I think he, at the beginning, he was just primarily bass, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I tend to look at the smaller channels. I think the biggest channel that I watch would be shit. Is it Josh Pig Patrol or Pig
Yeah.
Patrol TV?
Pig Patrol. Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh.
Well, there's Thai Pig Patrol and then Pig
Yeah.
Patrol TV. Okay. I think
Yeah.
that's Josh, Pig Patrol TV.
Yeah.
He's probably the biggest channel that I watch, and Kayak Catfish.
Gotcha. So
Those are
those,
the two big ones that I watch.
I think the two biggest ones I watch, I would say is probably Jay Siemens. Um, I think well, Uncut Angling, he doesn't really post. If he would post more, obviously I watch it, but I would say he'd probably be the only other channel that I watch like religiously or whenever they release a new video, you know what I'm saying? I would
Yeah,
say that.
I guess I watch Jay too. I mean,
Yeah.
they're around the same area, like the low 100,000s, like
Yeah.
100 and some thousand.
Well, the thing is with Jay, the reason why I like watching him is because he catches some. I mean, up in Canada, it feels like they have an opportunity to catch some really large fish, freshwater fish. Like walleyes and like muskies and it seems that they'd have no and pike and stuff. It seems like he has no issue catching them, so it's kind of cool to watch that. I like to watch that, and obviously his editing skills are freaking second to none, so that's kind of cool. um
Yeah.
but I don't know, man. I would honestly say I probably watch every video that you release and every video that I think Spencer River Certified, and
Yep.
not just
I watch. It's funny. I'm wearing his hat too, and
you are.
yeah,
But the thing is, this is the biggest thing. The reason why I watch your guys' channel more than a lot of, or I mean, this is to me is because number one, obviously you're local, so I feel the vibe and everything, and I want to support you guys. But my other thing is that I like it that you guys are just it's not over dramatic when you guys are catching a fish. Number one, you know what I mean? Like it's just yourselves, and then number two, I just think
yeah,
I think that you guys get all that flair out of your videos. When I say flair, like you know what I mean? It's just
yeah. We're
it's
not
just
like over the
simple.
top.
Yeah. And that's what I look for. I mean, a lot of people love that over the top, obviously, because they're like they got huge subscribers, huge channels. But to me, that's what I prefer. I prefer someone who's just themselves and just like whether you just catch fish or you have a good story to tell. You know what I mean? Like I'm going out today with my buddy, or I'm going out today with, there's a story. And that's what I kind of look for more than anything else. I don't know.
Yeah. I watch River Certified. He's kind of the local hero, and I know Spencer, so I gotta support, the homie. And it also helps that he catches like the fish catches are the same kind of fish that I like catching too.
Yeah, very true. And no, I think it's something it's just unique the way I think he edits video. I like the way he does it. And he's telling a story, he's just being himself. And if nobody's ever met him or Spencer with River Certified, he's exactly the way he is in the videos. Nothing different. He's not acting. Same thing with you. You know what I mean? Like our videos, like to me, I feel like just be yourselves and that's it. I mean, we're
Yeah.
exactly the same person that we're on our videos. There's no fluff.
Right.
I feel like sometimes those bigger channels, those guys get to a certain degree, like they have to put that persona on.
Once you kind of like build a certain personality and it works, you have to stick with it.
Yeah, even if it's not you,
Yeah,
you know.
even if it's not how you actually are.
Mhm.
Let's say you just try to ham it up for a
Yeah,
few videos and those videos do well,
yeah,
kind of want to keep that going, so you just kind of got to play into it. I mean, it
agreed.
works for a lot of guys. We're just some small time nobody YouTube channel, so what do we know?
That's very true. We don't know shit, man. No, you're very right on that. But no, you're right. I actually watched some of the Pig Patrol guy because I support. He's from Nebraska, so he's kind of cool. See some of his stuff, and because we go fishing in Nebraska once in a. Well, actually, we haven't been there in a while. We need to go back there.
Yeah, but he's fishing for the same type of stuff I like to fish for,
Very true.
and he's not like super. Well, how did Taro explain him? Like he's kind of crass and abrasive. which a
Scuff,
lot
like
of
Scuff, that's like him, man.
yeah, yeah, like not a lot of people are into it, but he's definitely being himself. I feel like, I mean, I've never met Josh, but I'm pretty sure he's just like how he is in the videos.
Yeah, no. Let me ask you, man. With YouTube and everything, the way it's growing, how big it is, and I think it's going to continue to grow. Do you think all those like television shows of fishing shows are they going to be obsolete? Are they gone? I don't even know. I mean, have you even watched a fishing show on television anymore?
I don't watch TV at all, so
There you go. No, you see what I'm saying, though? I mean, it's just like I I don't know if there's any outdoor channels anymore, fishing channels on television anymore. Is there?
there
Like,
is. I think like Fox Sports or Fox something, FSTV or something. They still show like outdoor
oh,
stuff. People
should.
still watch TV.
Oh, okay. No, I mean, no, you're right. I'm surprised as much as YouTube has gone and keep growing. There's so much.
Freaking the technician at work, he's an older guy, probably 50. He was looking up ice fishing in Iowa. Then he comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, look what I found." And then he pulled out one of my videos. Like he was like, "That guy look familiar?" Like, oh, I was like, "Oh shit, dude, you found my video. That's dope." And then I'm like, "Hey, you gotta subscribe." And turns out he doesn't even have a Gmail, so he couldn't
Can't
subscribe.
subscribe.
So that was last week, and then this week I was like, "Hey, you watch my new video? What?" He's like, "Oh, I didn't know it was out." I was like, "See, you got to make a Gmail and then subscribe. That way, you'll know right away when a new video uploads."
Very
See,
true.
people like that, he's your guys that are still watching TV, and he's
Gotcha.
not alone. There's still a bunch of those guys out there.
Gotcha. No, that makes sense. No, I was just wondering because like, is it obsolete? I think maybe with our generation and probably the newer generation, but there's a lot of like you're just saying. Would you say older generation? I think so. Older generation that just could care less about the internet and just watch whatever they see, you know what I mean, on TV.
Yeah, yeah, like him, we call him a like a Korean war veteran, even though he's not that old. But yeah, he's an older guy. He's probably in his 50s, 50.
Hmm.
I could be wrong, but we give him a lot of shit, call him old man, and but he's cranky, so it's not like I'm picking on some old guy, poor old guy at work. He's always cranky and talking shit, so we give him shit too.
That's funny, man. Oh man, I think I drank that a little too quick. I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling it, man. It's the
Wow.
whole. So FYI, if you guys ever drink this folk style, it is all that 10.7%. I'm not gonna lie, man. That's some. It's a good beer though. I might have to crack another one, man.
Jeez. I'm trying to get up early so I can load up my truck, go to work, and then hit the freaking lake after work. I don't want to get I don't want to get too messed up.
All right, fine. I'll take it easy then.
I mean, you can drink whatever you want.
No, I just look what was in there. It was the coconut one.
Oh, the coconut one's like 9%, isn't it?
Exactly, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be slot. Blah.
Yeah.
But it's all good, man. Um, what else you want to talk about, guy? Do we have anything else? What else would we say we're gonna talk about? Oh, so FYI, everybody, I did get a was it at the beginning of the recording, Oculus. Was it Oculus Quest 2?
Virtual reality headset.
Yeah. So I got one of those. I haven't told the wife yet, but it's all right. It's investment, I guess. But I'm looking to play around with that. And then I was just kind of talking to Kid earlier, like I don't think there's any fishing games on that thing yet.
There probably is.
All right, I'll let you guys know. I'm gonna find out. Anybody else had that? Whoever listens to this and wants to hang out with me, I guess there's some. I guess the VR chat's pretty cool there, and all there's a bunch of shit that I gotta take a look at. So I'm gonna play around with that. So hit me up. I don't know what my screen name is, or I don't even know. Is it even? I don't know, man. I haven't played games. I used to be a gamer. I mean, this guy used to be hardcore gamer too. I think we kind of let that go years ago, but I don't
Anyway,
know.
so what do video games have to do with bear and fishing?
Oh, if it has a fishing game.
Mm.
That's why I'm trying to find out. I don't know if this VR thing has it's come on, man. If it's virtual reality, it's gotta have freaking fishing. And if it doesn't, what the hell is going on? You know what I'm saying? So
Well, there's fishing video games and VR is kind of like interactive video games. So I could I haven't played games in a long time. I don't play fishing games. I know some people do, but it's kind of not my thing anymore, which is weird because I love fishing and I used to play the shit out of video games, but I don't play fishing games. I did for a little while before I started the like going ham on the YouTube thing,
uh-huh.
but it's not the same.
Well, you don't get the same fight, obviously the bite on your hand and all, you don't get the same feel, but I'm assuming, I don't know. So virtual reality. So I bought this thing. So I kind of looked into it. It's supposed to, it means it's almost there. I think you got to give it a couple, maybe another 5 years, 5 to 10 years to give you more of the response that you're looking for. I know what you're talking about. Like when you're playing fishing video games. So let us know, listeners, if you guys play fishing video games, you ever played them. You're right. You don't get the same bite detection when whether you're pushing buttons or whatever the case may be. There's got to be, or the vibration. Just, I remember there was games that used to fish and you just feel a vibration or whatever. It's not the same.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
just even with like the way the fish looks, sometimes it's off. It's like you look at it, it's like that man, something's off about this bass or this catfish. It just looks weird.
well, it's gonna get there, man. That's why I want to. I'm curious because obviously we know where the world is going in regards to virtual reality. That's just the way, man. Ready Player One. If you haven't seen that, I watched it maybe just recently. I'm telling you, kids, little. If you're a gamer, you'll be like, holy shit, yep, you can see this world. That's exactly where the world is going to.
Yeah, that's the old me. I'm a IRL fisherman now, not a virtual reality fisherman.
But anyways, I got it. So I'm going to try it out. I can't wait to see if there's any fishing games. So let me know. Anybody, if you guys listening and watching, if you guys are on that thing, that whether virtual reality, if there's a video game on their thing, let me know that does fishing. I want to try it out. I'm assuming there's going to be games on down the road that should have it. So
I'm pretty sure there is. There's all sorts of stuff on VR. And I know because there's people out there that don't go ice fishing and they live in cold climates and they do play video games like those fishing games to kind of hold them over.
see,
Man, if just go ice fishing.
I hear, yeah, I agree with you on that. But you know what? Some people just like, man, I don't want to. It's a lot of work, man. When ice fishing is not easy, it's a lot of. I mean, it can be easy on good days, but if you want to be completely comfortable, it's a lot of work, kid.
When it's hard, man, it is tough.
Yeah,
Like you got to work a little bit harder when you're ice fishing.
especially if you have a lot of gear, or if you want to take kids, it's a lot harder, man. I'm telling you, dude. I was like, I'm so glad whenever I take my kids out that we at least got onto a decent bite, because whenever we don't get on a good bite, I feel not only bad because they didn't catch fish, but it's just so much gear. I'm telling you, bro. Hey, Smitty sled. Anybody, if you're listening to this, if you're ice fishing, build yourself a Smitty sled. I'm
So
telling you.
what's a Smitty sled? I don't think everybody knows what that is.
All right. So everybody, what a Smitty sled is it's a, I guess it was a do-it-yourself sled that I built. So I got like two old school skis, just regular skis that I think I bought for like $15 or $20 that they weren't using anymore. And you just kind of build your own sled. And what it does, you use 2x4s, and there's plenty of YouTube channels that or videos that has this how you build a Smitty sled. But what it does is that sled keeps your sled. So you have a separate sled, I guess, or whatever, all your gear, a separate sled that has all your gear, but it's so heavy because you got to think the amount of friction that sled creates. So if let's just say you have 150 pounds of gear, when you're pulling a full sled of all that stuff, all that friction, it's just makes that 150 pounds probably feel like 400 pounds. So when you build a Smitty sled, all the weight, all the friction is only on the skis because you built it so it's elevated. So then you put your sled that has all your gear, 150 pounds, 200 pounds, on top of the Smitty sled, and then you just ratchet it down or tie it down. So all the weight is only on those two skis. So those two, and then those two skis, because that's all the friction you have. And then if you have snow, ice, I'm telling you, dude, that thing that I just took last week, I probably had about 150 pounds worth of gear. The moment it got on the ice on top of that Smitty sled, I was able to pull it with 2 fingers. And it just a little bit of push and it goes. Smitty sled. If I didn't have that Smitty sled, just imagine if I had a full sled it was just all that friction, no, not on those 2 skis, 150 pounds. You think I'm going to be, hell no, I'm going to have to, it would be a hassle for me to try and pull that thing. So if you have a lot of gear, if you want to be comfortable with the heater, with the chairs, the pop-up hub, flip over, all that stuff, that shit, it adds up a lot of weight. I'm telling you, get a Smitty sled. That's if you don't have a snowmobile or ATV,
Yeah, like me and Grandy over here, where I like what to call a foot soldier. We don't have machines, snowmobiles, ATVs.
Yeah.
We're pulling everything by hand. So we kind of, if we load up a lot of stuff, that's our legs pulling that stuff.
Legs, arms, chest.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a moment I'm like, fudge, this sucks, man. I'm like, and I even had the Smitty sled, but then because there was like 12 inches of snow that we had, I'm telling you, dude, it was still even I was telling Sedin, so Sedin, he was with me. I was like, man, thank God I had this Smitty sled. There's no way I would have been able to even get my gear onto the ice, even though it wasn't even that far. But it was like I said, it's 12 inches of snow, of slush. And then it was just like, yeah. So everybody, if you're listening to me, highly recommend it. And guess how much it cost overall? Like it ended up costing me maybe less than around $30, dude. Maybe a little bit of my time and effort to cut, whatever, saw it and then nail it and, all that stuff. But I'm telling you, it'll be the best $40, $50 that you'll ever spend. You can you guys can, Smitty Sled, you can look it up on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, get somebody's cheap old skis that they don't need anymore. Get a pair of those and you can build your own Smitty sled. Hella worth it. I'm telling you now.
Man, I should probably do that for my one man. Even though it's a one man, it's still heavy once I load up all my stuff, my live scope, all my camera gear, batteries, heater, propane. It adds up super quick.
Guarantee it. I bet you're easily 100, 120, 100, between 100 and 125 pounds for you right there.
Easily. Yeah, like including the sled and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, your auger.
And you got a thermal too, yeah?
Yeah, mine's thermal.
See?
And pulling it up a hill in snow. Oh, yeah. Or even no snow. Once you get off the ice, if there's no snow, it's terrible. Yeah. If there's a little snow, it ain't as bad, but it's still pretty bad.
But I mean, hey, don't get me wrong. You're still going to have to put some effort. It's just the way it is. But I'm telling you, kid, just if you need help, man, I can help you build that Smitty sled. But I'm telling you, you'll be like, what the hell? Why did I do this before? That's how much of a game changer I feel that Smitty sled is. If you're, like you said, if you're a walker for ice fishing.
Right.
Highly recommend it. So I'm thinking about even bringing it up for this weekend. Are you taking your pop-up?
Probably. Usually when me and Bo go, we'll bring my pop-up because
I might just bring my flip too then. And then if I bring my flip, I'll just bring my Smitty sled. I'm thinking, right? I don't know. Because I don't have a regular pop-up anymore. I have a pop-up that's like a party tent, like an 8-man. That's way too big for just me and Magoo.
Right. I don't know. It's up to you. Because I only either got the pop-up or the one-man
flip.
The one-man flip, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll probably bring it. I might as well. It's got the, the sled and everything in it. It wouldn't hurt. It will just hurt my back if I have to carry it all.
Yeah.
All right, man. Other than that, you got anything else, guy?
I got nothing. It's almost my bedtime. Want to make sure I'm rested so I get up early and load up before I go to work.
There he
Because
is.
I kind of push it when it comes to getting to work. I get up as late as possible without being crazy late to work. So I gotta try to get up in time, load my stuff, and then get to work on time.
That's the same with the rest of the world, man.
Yeah.
All good, dude. No, but other than that, man, I just want to say thank you everybody for listening to us. If you guys haven't, obviously, go ahead and subscribe to us here at the YouTube channel here for Beer Fish Fanatics. Don't forget, check out Mom Pop Fishing YouTube channel and Fishing Kits YouTube channel. And like I said, I appreciate everybody who downloads to us, listens to us. Is there anything you guys want us to talk about? Get people on. We'll do the best we can. Stay tuned. We have some other guests on down the road that we were planning on. Crossing my fingers that we can get a hold of if the schedules work. So I think you guys will definitely enjoy. But other than that, get out there, ice fish. Everybody, be safe, and people who are waiting for open water, sorry guys, at least Central Iowa, we got probably a couple more months left of ice. So
Yeah, these cold temps,
yeah.
it is -2 right now. Supposed to get down to -16 tonight.
Oof.
We should build some pretty decent ice, and it's supposed to be cold again next week after it warms up this weekend. So
Yeah.
yeah, we probably got at least another month of ice fishing in Iowa, and then the northern states, they probably got like 2 more months.
Easily. And then all our listeners who don't ice fish or in the land of non-ice fishing, make sure you guys come and visit us. We'll show you a good time. If not, don't worry, stay there. We will have guests and we'll do episodes of open water fishing. We'll just have fun, man. And just stay tuned with us. I know it's just the winter months up here and we're ice
Yeah.
fishermen. We're just a little excited here and there, but
Well, you're either ice fishing or you're not fishing at all up here.
that's very true, man.
I guess you could hit the river, but it's kind of tough.
We should do that once. Just I don't know, man. I mean, it'll be when it's this cold. I don't know if I want to be outside like that.
Yeah,
Or
when your lines are freezing and you're trying
exactly.
to cast, it's awful.
Agreed, man. But other than that,
What
thank you
is
so
it?
much. We definitely appreciate you guys and everything for listening to us. Till next time, guys, man. Have a good one.
All right, see you guys. Blah blah. See everybody.